Yo, what's good? It's your boy BDL. I am back with an esoteric synopsis with the chosen ones. If you're new to this channel, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. But today I'm going to be breaking down the dynamical principles of what it means to be a chosen one. To be chosen, you have to deviate from the three-dimensional frequency because, based on the principles of reality that we live in the system, everything is based on a psychological egregore, meaning that it creates behavior modification to where it puts you in alignment with dark psychology, right? Through psychological external stimuli, which is learned behavior patterns in the brain, right? So these coping mechanisms push you in a state of dysfunctionalism to where you don't reap the benefits of tapping into your purpose, because your purpose is connected to the four elements of the soul, which is thinking, reasoning, understanding, and willpower. And when you don't have those four elements of the soul, it puts you in a state of irresolution and instability in your life, right? So this is how you get chaos and confusion, right? So it creates this dynamical process of you having problems to adjust to certain things. You have low energy. You always in a state of depression. That's because you don't have a sense of self-purpose, right? That's like I said, because 85% on this of people on this planet, they don't reap the benefits of their purpose because they have a emotional attachment to the three-dimensional frequency. They have an emotional attachment to people, places, and possessions, right? They have an emotional attachment to religion. They have an emotional attachment to food. You know what I'm saying? And even when you look at the biochemical aspect of food, when you're talking about the Food and Drug Administration, right? The reason it's called that is because the food in itself is actually a drug because it contains chemicals. So you're not addicted to the food, you're addicted to the chemicals, which is the drug. So everything in this system is based on nanogenetic mind control, and that nanogenetic mind control puts you in a state of disconnecting the soul, uh disconnecting the frequency of the soul from who you are as a person. So everybody on this planet doesn't reap the benefits of being chosen, right? So in order to deviate from the three-dimensional paradigm, you have to understand that sex doesn't move every man and money doesn't move every woman. So in order to reap the benefits of being with a true chosen one, you have to come with intelligence. You have to come with substance. You know what I'm saying? You have to come with a purpose, because when you have a sense of self-purpose, that creates this frequency of comfortability in your life to where you don't have chaos and confusion. A lot of people have a lot of chaos in their life because they don't have a purpose. So they're not being present in this reality. That's because they're being compromised by the artificial construct of reality, right? So as the planet is metamorphosizing, as the planet is terraforming, you need to match the vibrational frequency of the planet. Otherwise, you're going to be a parasitical entity to the planet because you're not raising up the vibrational frequency of the planet. That's what chosen ones do. We are healers, and we give out information in the form of edification to, where people can tap into their purpose as well, right? Because we are the energetic blueprint for those who are not able to tap into that frequency, right? So that's why I'm saying, like, in order to be chosen, man, you got to deviate from everything as far as like friends and family members, because this is the metamorphic shift that we're going through. This is where you get your personification of a great separation. And that great separation is orchestrated by the Great Awakening. So when you have an awakening on the planet, this is where you're going to be walking away from politics. This is where you're going to be walking away from religion. This is where you're going to be walking away from people who are still stuck on that three-dimensional frequency. Your girlfriend might be on that three-dimensional frequency. That wife that you've been with for 10 years, or that husband that you've been with for 20 years, they might be stuck on that three-dimensional frequency to the point where you're going to have to deviate from them because they're going to be holding you back. They're going to be putting you in a form of subjugation. So like I said, this is where you have the unification of all the soul tribes on the planet to unify as a autonomous body, right? Because common customs precipitates culture. In order to precipitate a culture, you have to vibrate on the frequency of self-preservation, right? And self-sufficiency. But you cannot be self-sufficient if you still acclimated to the three-dimensional illusion, right? So we coming in a time right now, man. as the planet is terraforming, because I told you 2023 is the year of the 7-year tribulation. It's the inception period of it, right? So this is why the vast majority of people on the planet, the ones who are chosen, this is why you're able to connect with certain people online and you're not able to connect with people in your geographical area. It's hard for you to connect with people in your town. It's hard for you to connect with people in your city. That's because you're not vibrating at the highest frequency. You're not matching the same symbiotic connection, right? And the reason that is because, like I said, you are chosen, you in that geographical area for a reason. This is why, you're around people and you're the only one that has that high vibrational frequency. You're the only one that has that glow. You're the only one that can tap into the source. Everybody else around you, as far as your friends and family, they still stuck on that three-dimensional matrix system, right? They're still connected to the better simulation of reality. So chosen ones, like I said, you got some people, like I said, you might be the only one in your city that's chosen. And this is why you connect with certain people online and you're able to relate to them. That's because, like I said, it's meant for chosen ones to be scattered all over the planet, right? Because we're in that geographical area to bring the edification and the healing and the information and the knowledge and the messages to help people come out of the matrix system, right? So that's why, a lot of times it's very hard for chosen ones to, connect with other people around us, because everybody is still stuck on that, on the frequency of having a psychological egregore, meaning that they're basically emulations of other people around them. So this is where I talk about like clones and everything, because everybody is a clone on this planet, maybe not at a biological level, but at a neurological level, because they all have the same vibrational frequency when it comes to their way of thinking, right? So in order to be chosen, you know what I'm saying? To be chosen means to deviate from things from the vast majority of people on the planet are acclimated to, right? So we may be in the three-dimensional paradigm, but a chosen one is at a higher frequency. We are already in the fifth dimension mentally, but on a physicality standpoint, we may be in this three-dimensional simulated matrix, but on a vibrational frequency, on a mental level, we might be, in the fifth dimension, in the fourth dimension, right? So with that being said, get this message out there and use this and utilize this information for utility. Because like I said, to be chosen, you know what I'm saying, you have to deviate, from the collective. Because if you stay acclimated to the collective, you're going to fall when the system falls. Because like I said, the vast majority of people on this planet, they have a veneration for money. They have a veneration for politics. They have a veneration for monotheistic religion. They have a veneration for people. And all these things are pulling on your energy. So this is where you get your concept of the left behind. It's either you're going to evolve with the planet or you're going to be left behind on that three-dimensional frequency, right? So when you have that open vortex that opens up on March 23rd, right after the spring equinox, this is where, a lot of things are going to be shifting on the planet. You're going to have a paradigm shift. You're going to have a shift in consciousness, right? So you're not going to be able to relate to certain people anymore. You're not going to be able to relate to your friends and your family members. Because like I said, this is the Great Awakening while we're going through the 7-year tribulation period. So with all that shit being said, get this video out there. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to give a brief synopsis and send a message out there for the chosen ones. End of transmission.